Well, are student loan payments causing you stress? They probably are. Well, you're not alone. A brand new survey that was commissioned by the group Gradifi finds that 8 in 10 working professionals consider student loan debt a significant source of stress. Joining us now on the Jersey Central Newsmaker hotline to discuss why a new benefit option might be the deciding factor in the next job you accept, I want to welcome in Tim DeMello, who is the founder and CEO of Gratifi, who is with us here this morning. Tim, good morning. It's Bert Barron. How are you?
Hi, Bert. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you. When you talk about the impact that student loan debt has on the quality of life for people, I mean, I can't imagine entering the workforce and coming out of college and carrying tens and tens and tens and thousands of dollars of student loan debt on top of me. How am I supposed to even begin to experience any level of success at a career or buy a home or buy a car when I'm saddled with this tremendous amount of debt here? We're talking about big stress and a lot of other problems that this causes.
Yeah, I mean, it delays life too, right?
Yeah.
So, you really look at it, whether it's, an apartment or housing. I mean, we talk about people buying a home. There's a lot of people who can't move out of the parents' basement, right? So, there's just a lot of issues brought on by anyone who has to spend an extra $400 a month or $600 a month, on their student debt. So, yeah, it's created a lot of stress, no doubt about it. The reason I started the company was to see if we could come up with some solutions around that.
Yeah, and according to this new study here, Tim, what employee benefits did you find are most compelling to working professionals who are dealing with student debt?
Well, what's amazing is, the research I was even surprised by that shows that, to have a student loan repayment program at your company, a lot of people put that, something they'd rather have than a retirement plan. And some people put it up there with health benefits. So it just shows you how top of mind the problem is. And I think we all as consumers understand, when we're paying off debt and dealing with debt and looking at, outstanding balances of $28,000 or $36,000 and feeling no end to it, it's a tremendous problem. So, what we've done is we've created an ability for the employer who recognizes the investment the individual's made in their education to pay money directly into those student loan accounts each month to really be an ally to the employee and help them with this issue.
Yeah, when you look at how many millennials year after year are entering the workforce, Tim, these are young people just coming out of school. I mean, you would look at what an employer would offer. I mean, they want so many weeks. You could offer vacation. You offer personal time. You offer, stock sharing or profit sharing or whatnot. Imagine being able to say, hey, you know what? The longer you work for us, we'll help you pay off your student loan debt. I mean, what young person wouldn't want to have that as a possible perk or an incentive to join a company? I think this is something that we're going to see a lot of going forward.
Yeah, it's growing very quickly. I mean, and to your point, millennials will be 50% of the workforce by 2020, right? So,
yeah, wow.
In the number one financial issue for them is student loans. 75% of them have student loans. So, yeah, we're seeing it grow very fast. And companies are really sort of latching on to the benefits of recruiting and retaining people with this. And also, it's just the right thing to do, right? It's a big societal problem. And if the employer market sort of steps up and starts to make it happen, it'll really go a long way.
And this is something that we can't just say is for the Googles and the Amazons of the world, Tim. This has to be for much smaller, small to mid-sized to large companies who can make this available for people, because when you're talking about, an 8% interest loan that, even if you die, this still has to be paid back. This is something that really weighs heavily on a lot of people.
Yeah, no, you're right. Yeah, and it can't be terminated in bankruptcy and death. It's a big deal. So yeah, we're seeing companies, Fortune 500 companies, obviously, but companies all over the board, from retailers to agencies to car washes. I mean,
yeah,
it really is amazing how many people do it. I mean, we just signed a company actually in New York, Peloton, who you might know of, and our chief sales officer had her Peloton installed by the people there, and they both had Gratifi student loan pay down plans. So it has a huge impact on a lot of people, and it's a really positive benefit for a company who's showing their employees, look, we understand this is your number one financial concern, and we're going to help you with that.
Yeah. For you, Tim, as the founder and CEO of Gratifi, is this something that you dealt with as a younger person?
Yes, I had student loans when I graduated from school, for sure. and I definitely dealt with it. Obviously, back then, the cost of education was a little less than it is today, but it's definitely something that I felt. I mean, but I was on the board of trustees where I went to school, Babson College, and this is where I saw the problem. I saw a chart that showed me that auto loans and credit card loans had been exceeded by student loans, both of them, a few years back. So I was just amazed that that was even possible. That's what I've been an entrepreneur in Boston for a number of years. That was what led me to start the company.
Very cool. Tim, where can someone go to get some more info about Gratifi?
Yeah, so we have a lot of information on our website, which is gratifi.com, gradifi.com, and they can get a good understanding of what we do.
Good stuff. Tim DeMello, founder, CEO of Gratifi. Great information this morning about stress and student loans. There's a lot of common ground there. Thank you for your time this morning, all right?
Thank you, Bert.
All right, thank you very much. All right, Jersey Central traffic and weather time.